सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागम् पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम् अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यम् सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। Continuing with the story, so till now what has happened? So Hanumanji, after having crossed the ocean, he surveyed the entire Lanka, and in the night he tries to enter into the Lanka taking the form of a small mosquito-like form. So then what happens? Lankini, who is the immigration officer. Who is Lankini? Adhishtatri Devata. So she stops, saying that, how dare you enter? At that time Hanumanji gives a blow to her, and then she recognizes that Ravana's days are counted. This was the indication given by Brahmaji to her. She in turn blesses him, and then Hanumanji enters into the Lanka, and then he starts searching for Sita Mata. Every house he starts searching, and in the process of search he comes across a different kind of house, a kind of divine house, where there were paintings of bow, arrow, etc., indicating Bhagwan's weapons. Also there was a small temple of Sri Hari. So then he was in total doubt. What is this? In this Rakshasas, in this place where only Rakshasas live, how come a devotee of Lord is staying here? So it was none other than the house of Vibhishana. He tests him and finds that he is truly a devotee of Bhagwan. And he reveals to him who he was, that he was none other than Hanumanji. And then later he assures Vibhishana that what Bhagwan loves is surrender, humility. So definitely Bhagwan's grace will descend upon you. You don't have to feel bad that I am born as a Rakshasa, that I don't have love, etc. After having assured Vibhishana, Vibhishana himself gives how to search for Sita. So then at last Hanumanji finds Sita Mata. So taking the small form, he sits on the top of this Ashoka tree and he finds that Sita Mata was surrounded by all Rakshasis, all female demoness. So what was the condition of Sita? She had become very, very thin because she was not having any food, not having any sleep. Even she was not even lying down. She was just sitting. And where was her attention? Upon her own feet. She was looking at her own feet, but at the same time she was remembering Bhagwan's feet. So chanting the name of the Lord, she was seated there with only one jata, no bath, nothing. So when Hanumanji saw the condition of Sita Mata, he felt very miserable. The amount of sorrow, it could not be described. So then sitting behind, actually Hanumanji was behind one leaf of the tree. So sitting behind this leaf, hiding himself, he was thinking, now what should I do? How can I relieve the suffering of Sita Mata? So this way, even Hanumanji was confused. At that time, something happens. What happens from here? Yesterday we had stopped here. Exactly at that time, it is said, Tehi avasar Ravanutaha ava. At that time, when Hanumanji was thinking, what should I do? At that time, what happened? Ravana comes. How does this fellow come? Sanganari bahu kiye banava. Ravana comes along with all his queens. All those queens were well dressed, decorated with full makeup, etc. All those queens, along with those queens, Ravana comes there. Now the question is, why did Ravana come exactly at that time? Of course it is Bhagwan's Leela, what else? Whenever a devotee is in doubt, immediately Bhagwan will clear the doubt, something will happen. It's all blessings of Bhagwan. But now there is one more thing, why Ravana came on that day? It is said that in that particular night, the previous night, Ravana had a dream that one monkey had entered into Lanka in search of Sita, and that monkey is in Ashoka Vatika, is in this Ashoka garden. He had a dream. So because he had a dream, he comes there on that particular day. So now what happens? Ravana comes along with his queens. Bahubidi khalasi tahi samujhava. Very many ways Ravana tried to convince Sita why she should marry him. In various ways. What are the various ways? Sama, dana, bhaya, bheda dikhava. Sama, dana, bhaya, bheda. All possible ways he tries. So what is the first one? Sama. Sama means what? Peaceful ways. So what is a peaceful way? Kah Ravana sunu sumukhi sayani. O Sumukhi, O beautiful one, O wise one. So peaceful means, what is a peaceful mean? Why are you unnecessarily spoiling your health? What kind of life is this? Why are you making yourself miserable? Now these are all peaceful ways. You are a wise lady. Why are you unnecessarily spoiling your youth in this way when such an easy option is available for you? So these are peaceful ways. Then the second one is dana. Dana means what? Dana means giving, charity. Now what is that dana? Now see what he says. Mandodari adi sabrani tava anuchari karau panamora ek bar bilok mama ora. O Sita, at least once you look towards me. If at least once if you look towards me, then I will make even Mandodari your dasi. Now this is dana. Dana means temptation. If you marry me, then this you will get. Entire kingdom becomes yours. All the luxuries and comforts and riches and wealth, everything is yours. You can enjoy this kingdom. These are all dana, tempting. And not only that, you don't have to worry about other queens. All the queens, including Mandodari. Actually, Ravana loved Mandodari very much. She was the prime queen or the most important queen among all the others. So he says, even Mandodari I will make her your dasi. So you don't have to worry about other queens. So this is the dana way. Then bhaya. What is bhaya? He threatened her also. If you don't listen to me, I will kill you. This is bhaya. And the fourth one is bheda. Creating difference. Creating confusion in her mind. See, for last 10 months, your so-called, husband, he has not even turned. He has not even inquired. What does it mean? He doesn't love you. Definitely he must have got married with somebody else. You are unnecessarily worrying about him. He may be living a comfortable life, peaceful life. Now this is called bheda, creating confusion. He is not bothered about you. Why are you bothered about him? All these kind of things. So through various means, Ravana was trying to, win her heart. Try to change her, but nothing was working. And ultimately what happened? When he was this way torturing Sita Mata, through all his piercing words, hurting words. Now, remaining silent is also wrong. Because if you remain silent, what does it mean? Maunam sammati lakshanam. Remaining silent indirectly will mean Sita is accepting whatever, this Rakshasa is telling. You can't remain silent. You can't speak also. Because a true pativrata should not look onto a face of another man and speak. That is also considered to be against pativratya dharma. So then what is the option? So in the olden days, the ladies, whenever she had to talk to some other man other than her husband, she would talk taking a cover of some curtain or the door. Behind the door they used to speak. She's not supposed to look into the eyes of another man and speak. Now here, poor Sita Mata, she has no other option. There is no door or curtain also. So what does she do? She plucks a blade of grass. And then making that grass as the obstruction, as the cover, now she speaks to that blade of grass. Trina dhari ot kahati baidehi. Sumiri avadhapati paramasnehinihi. Remembering her husband, her Lord, with all love, she spoke these words. Now, keeping this blade of grass, it serves many purposes. The first purpose is, she can avoid looking onto the face of this Ravana. Now, she has to speak. She cannot keep quiet. She has to speak. There is no way. Now, she keeps this blade of grass. Now, this blade of grass also indicates that whatever riches, wealth, etc. you are talking of, it is for me a blade of grass only. And that is why the term used Vaidehi. Videhi means an embodiment of detachment, an embodiment of Vairagya. Keeping this blade of grass also means for me this body is equivalent to a blade of grass. I am not at all afraid of giving up this body just like a blade of grass. So these are all the indications of plucking this grass and speaking to this grass. Now what did she say? Sunu dasamukh khadyot prakasha kabahu ki nalini karei bikasa. O Dashamukha, listen. Is it ever possible that a lotus will blossom in the presence of fireflies? Fireflies is what? Glowworms. In the night you see this, little worms with light. In the night, etc. you see. They are called as fireflies. Is it ever possible that a lotus blossom in the presence of firefly? Now when does lotus blossom? Only in the presence of sun. When the sun rises, the lotus blossoms. So what Sita Mata is telling is it ever possible that a lotus blossom in the presence of a firefly? Now who is compared with a firefly? Ravana. And who is compared with sun? Bhagwan Ramchandraji. Thousands of you may gather together, but even then, just like that, what you call, the lotus cannot blossom. In the same way, whatever you say is unacceptable, unthinkable rather. So now Ravana becomes really irritated. And then she continues, Sata sunu hari anahi mohi adhama nirlaj laj nahi tohi. O shameless one, oh adhama, adhama means oh mean fellow, oh crooked fellow, cheat. Don't you have shame that you kidnapped me when I was all alone, when even Bhagavan was not there? These are the terms used to address Ravana. Now remember, he is not alone. He is with all his queens, etc. So naturally, when he is this way insulted, what will he feel? He felt very angry, very irritated. Aapu hi sunikha dyota sama, Rama hi bhanu saman, parusha bachana suni kadhi asi, bola ati kisiya. He became really irritated, very angry, because he has been compared with glowworm. He has been compared with a firefly. Whereas Rama has been compared with the bright sun. Ravana became highly irritated and angry, and he took out the sword and he was about to kill Sita. He came forward in order to kill Sita. At that time, it is said, Mandodari held his hand, stopped him. Don't do. Maya tanaya kahi niti bujava. And she prevented him from killing her. Now what she might have told, what is told, it is not given here. So she might have told this lady, if you, killing a lady will only bring disrespect to you. It is a sinful act. You are not supposed to do it. And or moreover, she is in deep sorrow, this, that, etc. She told and prevented him from doing this crime. Now here, a very important thing has to be kept in mind. Remember, the very same Ravana, just a few minutes back, he had told, I will make even Mandodari your dasi. So, if Mandodari were to be an ordinary lady, when Ravana was going to kill Sita, so what would an ordinary lady do? The lady would say, wonderful, kill her. Because, I am the prime queen. If she is there, if suppose she agrees, then I will have to be a dasi. So better is to kill, isn't it? Because this lady jealousy, it's very famous. Take the case of Kaikai. It is only because of this lady jealousy that this Kaikai Mata, what did she do? She did all those, sending Rama to exile. All because of one thing. If suppose Rama becomes the king, then Kausalya will be given the prime importance. Then I will have to serve Kausalya. This was the problem. This was the virus injected into the mind of Kaikai. Now she could not stand that. And all problems started. Now look at Mandodari here. She prevents Ravana from committing this crime. So that is why even today Mandodari is considered to be worshipful. Mandodari, Tara, these are all the people, even today they are worshipful. See the purity of the mind. Yes, so this, Mandodari, prevented him from committing such an atrocious crime. Kahe si sakal nisi charahi bulai, sita hi bahubidhi trasa hu jaye. Then Ravana, interestingly, Ravana hears Mandodari's words. He steps back, but he calls all those Rakshasis there, calls all of them, and he tells them that somehow or the other, keep on, torturing Sita in different ways, till she agrees to my condition. Maas divasamahu kahanamana taume marbi kadi kripana. If she doesn't listen, 1 month more time I will give. In 1 month, if she doesn't listen, then definitely I am going to kill her. And saying this, Bhavana Gayau Dasakandhara Iha Pisachini Brand Sita hi trasa dekhavahi dharahi roop bahumand. So saying this, Ravana along with the queens, he returns back. And here all these Pichachinis, these Rakshasis, they surround Sita and started creating fear in her. Already they were very ugly looking, etc. And moreover, what you call all these tormenting words, they started what you call torturing Sita. And then what happened? Trijata naam rakshasi eka rama charana rati nipuna viveka. Among these Rakshasis there was one mature lady. What was her name? Trijata. Trijata is none other than Vibhishana's daughter. Trijata nama Rakshasi eka Rama charana rati nipuna viveka. She was a lady with great qualities. She had tremendous amount of love and devotion at the feet of Bhagwan Sri Ramchandra ji. Moreover, she was nipun, very wise, spiritually wise as well as worldly wise. This was the kind of lady which was this Trijata. What did she do? She saw that all these Rakshasis are troubling Sita ji. And what did she do? Sabaho boli sunaisis sapna Sita hi se karahu hit apna. She called all of them, come here. Now all these Rakshasis, they respected Trijata, because she was the senior most Rakshasi there, and they loved her also. She called all of them, come here, I want to tell you something. And what is it? See, tonight, previous night, I had a dream. Now I will narrate to you what that dream is. What is the dream? Sapne banar lanka jari. What is the dream that I saw? I saw that in the dream, a monkey comes into the Lanka and he burnt the whole Lanka. This is what I saw. Jatu dhan se na sab mari. Now here Hanumanji is listening all this. All this conversation, this monkey, this Hanuman, he is listening. What is Trijata saying? A monkey comes to Lanka and he has burnt all Lanka. Hanumanji is saying, my God. Right? Jadu dhan se na sabumari, and all the Rakshasas were killed. And now Kara arud nagana dasasisa. These are all the things which she saw in the dream. What did she see? She saw that this Ravana, Kara arud, he was sitting on a donkey. And how was he seated? Nagana. Nagna means what? In the birthday suit. Totally naked. Sitting on a donkey. Nagana. Mundita sir. All the heads were shaven. Clean shave. Khandita bhuja bisa. How many hands are there? 20 hands. All those hands cut. So hands are cut, heads shaven, totally naked, sitting on a donkey. This is what I saw. Ehbidi so dachina disi jai. And he was going towards the southern direction. Dakshina disha. Southern direction. Now what does it mean? Going to southern direction means death. Because in the southern direction, the presiding deity, the Adhishtana Devata of southern direction is Yamaraj. So if a person is moving towards Dakshina Disha, it means his death is near. So this is what I saw. Lanka manhu Vibhishana pai. And I also saw that Vibhishana became the king. Nagar firi Raghubir dohai, and there was procession, victory march held everywhere. Celebration of Bhagwan Rama's victory. Tabu Prabhu Sita boli patai, and then I also saw how Bhagwan sent for Sita to come and meet him. So this is what I saw. Yah sapna mein kahu pukari. I raise my hands and tell you all that this dream is definitely going to come true. Hoi satya gaye dinchari. In few days, in 3 or 4 days, this dream is going to come true. I am 100% sure about it. Therefore, what you should do? Sita hi se karahu hit apna. So therefore, serve this lady, Sita Mata. Don't give trouble to her. All of you should serve her if you want your welfare and well-being. And when all these Rakshasis, they heard this prediction of Trijata, Tasu bachana suni te sab dari. All those ladies became filled with fear. Hoi Satya Janaka Suta ke charana hi pari, and all of them went and fell at the feet of Sita Mata, saying that please forgive us. All of them were so scared, they ran and fell at the feet of Sita Mata. Jahatah gai sakal tab Sita karman soch, maas divas beete mohi marhi nisichara poch. So all these, what you call Rakshasis, all of them went away. What was Trijata's command? Serve Sita Mata, isn't it? Now what is the greatest service Rakshasis can do? The greatest service is going away from there. Don't create trouble. Going away itself is the greatest service. No other service is necessary. As Pujya Gurudev used to say, some people give happiness wherever they go, some whenever they go. You understood? Some people give happiness wherever they go, some whenever they go. So these Rakshasis, whenever they go, that is happiness. So all these Rakshasis, they went away. And now Sita Mata, she was thinking, what was the statement made by Ravana? 1 month more time I will give you. If in 1 month time you are not able to convince Sita, then I am going to kill her. So now Sita Mata is thinking, my God, 1 more month. Maasu divasa beete mohi mari. And after 1 month, this fellow is going to kill me. Now, Sita ji is not worried about her death. What she is worried about, 1 month I have to remain alive. The pain of separation was so much that how can I endure this pain for the next 1 month? This was one problem. The second problem was, and in the end, this Rakshasa is going to kill me. At the hands of this Ravana, I have to die. What a tragedy. This was the worry of Sita Mata. Then what happened? Trijata san boli kar jori, matu bipati sangini te mori. Now Trijata was there. All the other Rakshasis had left. So then she folded her hands in front of Trijata and said, hey Matu, O mother. So she is addressing Trijata as mother. Oh mother, you are the only one who is my companion in this time of distress, in this time of sorrow and worry. You are my only companion. Now I have one request. Please do something by which I can give up this body as soon as possible. Tajo deh karu beg bhai. Please tell me some way by which I can give up this body. Dusahu birahu ab nahi sahi jaye. This viraha dukkha, this pain of separation, I am not able to endure anymore. So, oh mother, please find out some means to die. Ani kaath rachu chita banai. Oh mother, please bring some firewood and make a chita, make a funeral pyre. Matu analupuni dehi lagai, and then you just set fire to it so that I can end this miserable existence. I can end this sorrow. Satya karhi mama priti sayani. I want to prove the genuineness of my love. Sunai ko shravana sula samabani. Oh mother, how long should I listen to these harsh, piercing words of this Rakshasa? I am not able to listen to it anymore. I can't stand it. So please do this for me. Collect firewood, set fire to it so that I can end my life. Sunat bachan pad gahi samujhaye si, Prabhu pratap bala sujasu sunaye si. And when Trijata heard these words, she went and fell at the feet of Sita. Because Trijata knew that Sita is not an ordinary woman. She fell at the feet of Sita, and in so many ways she tried to comfort her, console her. And what is the best way of comforting? Prabhu pratap bal sujasu sunahi. Trijata reminded Sita of Bhagwan's might, of his power, of his glory, etc. Now it is already said Trijata is very wise. So what is the best way of comforting Sita? The best way is shift her attention to the positive aspect. This is nothing but a psychology. Tell something good instead of unnecessarily thinking something bad. The mind becomes disturbed only when our thoughts are negative. Whenever our thoughts are depressing, negative, etc., we experience depression. So what should be done? Inject positive thoughts, that's all. And that's what she does. Oh Sita Mata, you don't know the power. You already know His might, His power, His glory, etc. Then why are you crying this, that, etc.? In so many ways, Trijata tried to console her. Bhagwan is not coming because of some reason. There definitely must be some reason because of which Bhagwan is not coming here, etc., etc. Everything happens for the good. Gather strength, gather courage, etc., etc. She tried. And what was her request? Sita Mata's request, bring some fire. So then Trijata said, Nisina analamila suna Sukumari. O Sukumari, oh beautiful one, in this night, now the whole thing was happening in the night. In this night, fire is not available. You are asking for fire, that fire is not available now. Saying so, Asakai so nija bhavana siddhari, she went away. She went away. So all the Rakshasis also went away. Trijata also went away. Now Sita Mata is all alone. Now you will find how Bhagwan is arranging the stage for. Now Hanumanji is waiting there for long time. He is sitting on that because he is not getting an opportunity to come and speak to Sita Mata, isn't it? So who has to create opportunity? Bhagwan himself has to create. So everywhere you have to see the glory of Bhagwan, Leela of Bhagwan. Whatever happens, little thing, you will see how Bhagwan is making such, creating an opportunity for things to happen. Now this should not be seen only in this story. This should be seen in our life also. In our life, whatever happens is happening for the good. It is happening for a reason. So this way we must think. Now see how things are happening. Now Trijata also went away. Now Sita Mata is alone. Now what happened? Kaha Sita vidhi ba pratikula. Now Sita Mata was, unconsolable. She said, Oh destiny, oh fortune, even you have gone against me. Even the luck has gone against me. Milahina pavaka mitahina sula. Look at my condition. Neither I am getting fire so that I can burn down myself. Neither am I getting fire, nor is my distress, this pain, this anguish, this worry going away. Fire is also not available. My sorrow is also not any. Look at the bad luck. Now she is in search of fire, isn't it? Mind is filled with only one desire, let me get some fire. Now what happens? Dekhiyata pragat gagana angara avanina avata ekautara. Now wherever she looks, she is seeing only fire. So what happens? She looks into the sky. In the sky, what is seen? Stars are seen. Now she is saying, Oh stars, you are there, so many. Why don't at least one of you come here and fall down on the earth so that I will get some fire? So this is the thing. As your thought, so will be the world perceived by you. Whatever thoughts you are preoccupied with, only those things you will see outside. A money-minded person will see only money everywhere. Isn't it? It is said that a bald person who has no hair and who craves for hair, he sees only people with hair. That is how the mind is designed. What you badly want, you will see only that. So now, Sitaji's mind is filled with only one desire. I want fire. So now she sees the star, sees only fire there. Says, why don't you come down, at least one of you, come and fall here, so that I will get some fire. Avanina avata ekautara pavakamaya sasi sravatana agi. Now she sees the moon now. Now maybe it is Paurnima, moon is also very bright. Now there she is not seeing the cooling moon, she is seeing the burning moon. That light is seen. There also she is seeing fire. Oh moon, why don't you emit some fire? I know you will not emit fire because Manahu mohi jani hatabagi, because you know that I am an unfortunate one, unlucky one. So therefore you will not emit fire. I know. Now these are all the expressions of that sorrow, deep sorrow she is in. Okay, now moon is also over. Now she comes. Now see, from the stars she has come to the moon. It is nearer. Now from the moon she comes to this Ashoka tree. What does she say? Sunahi binaya mama vitaba asoka satya namakaru haru mama soka. Oh Ashoka tree, your name is Ashoka. Ashoka means what? No shoka. But look at this. I am sitting under you, but I am full of shoka only. Make your name meaningful by removing this shoka of mine, this sorrow of mine. So what should the tree do? Now this is my request to the tree. What is this request? Nutana kisalaya anala samana dehi agnijani karahi nidana. Oh tree, you are these leaves, tender, fresh leaves. Now if you see that leaves, new leaves, fresh leaves, it has the color of fire. What you call yellowish color. So it looks like that color matches with fire. So, oh Ashoka tree, why don't you give a little fire from those leaves? As I said, whatever she sees now, everything similar to fire, she sees as fire now. Nutana kisalaya analasamana dehi agni jani karahi nidana. Please give a little fire from those leaves. This is a request to those leaves. Give a little bit of fire. Dekhi parama biraha kula sita sochana kapihi kalapa samabita. And Hanumanji was there. Hanumanji was just behind that leaf. That new, tender, fresh leaf which looked like fire. Where was Hanumanji? He was just behind that leaf. And seeing this miserable condition of Sita, it is said that Hanuman's one moment appeared like kalpa. What is kalpa? One kalpa is 1000 chaturyugas. And how much is one chaturyuga? Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Dwapara Yuga is 2 times Kali. Treta Yuga is 3 times Kali. Satya Yuga is 4 times Kali. So therefore, Chatur Yuga is how much? 10 times Kali. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 43,20,000 years. This is one Chatur Yuga. 43,20,000 years. 1,000 Chatur Yuga is called one Kalpa. One Kalpa. 2 Kalpa is 1 day of Brahmaji. And similarly, Brahmaji has 1 year. 365 days of Brahmaji is 1 year of Brahmaji. 100 years is the lifespan of Brahmaji. Anyway, coming back. So that one moment appeared to be one kalpa for Hanumanji. Because that seeing the sorrow of Sitaji. Now you have to imagine this. What is imagination? Now Sita is asking for fire from whom? From the tender leaves of Ashoka tree. Now just visualize this. Now Sita Mata is with the hands requesting fire from the tender leaves. So looking upwards, seeking fire. This is the position. Now, Kapikari Hridaya Bichar Dini Mudrika Daritab. And when Hanumanji saw this position of Sita Mata, he thought this is the right time to interfere. Normally she looks always downwards at her feet. So whatever happens, she is not bothered. No, this is a time when Sita Mata is looking up, expecting something from the top. exactly at the same time, what does Hanumanji do? He drops the mudrika right into her, what you call, hands. Mudrika means what? Ring. Now Hanumanji was having the ring which Bhagwan had given him. He was carrying that ring with him. So as Sita Mata was looking up, he just dropped the ring. See the beauty in which Tulsi Ramayana, all this beauty is not present in Valmiki Ramayana. This is something very touching. Janu asok angar deen harsh uthe kar gaye ho. And when it was falling, Sita Mata thought, this is a fire. This is the fire coming from Ashoka tree. And immediately she went and took it. But when she touched it, she was expecting heat. She was expecting it to be hot, but it appeared to be cold. Tab dekhi mudrika manohar. She opened and saw, what is it? Why is it cold? Cold to touch. And she opened and saw what it was. And there she found it was the mudrika, it was the ring. And she identified the ring. She could recognize the ring because what was written there? Ram Nam Ankit Ati Sundar. On that ring was engraved Ram Nam, name of Bhagwan Rama. And she could recognize it because she had seen that mudrika before also. Chakit chitava mudri pehchani, harsha vishad hridaya akulani. Now all various kinds of emotions started gurgling in her heart. First was chakit. She was astonished, surprised. First came harsha. Harsha means happiness. That here is this mudrika which belongs to my Lord. But immediately followed vishada, sorrow. Why sorrow? How come this mudrika has come here? Who brought it here? Who created the separation between this mudrika and Bhagwan Rama? How did this mudrika reach here? See, normally what happens is whenever you are attached to someone very much, all negative thoughts only will come. Isn't it? The child has not come from the school. Now the mother will think all possible negative things. Isn't it? This is the nature of mind. Whomever you are attached to, when something happens to that person or something is unknown, uncertain, all negative things only run into them. In the beginning there was harsha, that seeing that what you call mudrika, but then became vishad, hridaya akulani. She started thinking all negative things. Does it mean that Bhagwan has lost the battle? Somebody has defeated him and then he got that mudrika? No, these are the possible things. What has happened? But then on the other side she knew. What did she knew? Jeetiko sakai ajaya raghurai. It is impossible that anyone could defeat Bhagwan. It is impossible. So the possibility that somebody has defeated Bhagwan and then brought this mudrika, it is impossible. Another possibility is maybe these Rakshasas, they are all Mayavis. They could create this mudrika out of their Maya. They can play a trick. But then, Maya te asi rachi nahi jai. It is impossible to create this ring out of Maya. Now what does it mean? This ring was not made of Pancha Mahabhuta. It was a Chinmayi mudrika. Chinmayi means it is made of Satchit Ananda Atma. That's all we can say. It is Chinmayi mudrika, not made of Pancha Mahabhuta. Not only this mudrika, even it is said that Bhagwan's body is also not made of Pancha Mahabhuta. It is made of Chinmay. Very many times people have this question. What is the question? See, Hanumanji became the size of a small mosquito. But what about the ring? No, he was hiding behind the leaf, etc., like a small mosquito. What about the ring? Isn't it? This question normally people ask. Those who think. Those who don't think, no problem at all for them. Hanumanji might have become a small mosquito, but the ring will be there, no? So the answer given is, because this mudrika is made of Chinmaya Tattva, that mudrika also has the ability to become small. it also has the ability to disappear. It is not made of Pancha Mahabhuta, it is made of consciousness. So therefore anything is possible. So when Hanumanji became huge, that also might have become huge. When he became small, it could become small, or it could even disappear. All those things are possible. That is how the great commentators comment upon these questions. And they are all wise saints and sages, so whatever they say is 100% true. Everything belonging to Bhagwan is not made of matter, it is made of what you call consciousness. There is a difference between Bhagavan's avatar and our Janma. Both appear to be born. What is the difference? The difference is like one falls into the well, one gets down into the well. There is a difference or not? There is a well, Kupa, there is a well. Somebody falls into the well and somebody gets down into the well. There is a difference or not? Avatar is something like that. Bhagwan is getting down into the samsara kupa. So getting down, it is a deliberate, conscious effort. So Janma of a Jiva and Avatara of Bhagwan, there is a big difference. Even when Bhagwan takes Avatara, it appears as though he is in human form, but he is Maya Pati. What about a Jiva? He is Maya Dasa. Bhagwan remains Sarvashaktiman. Jiva remains Alpashaktiman. Bhagwan remains Sarvajna. Jiva remains Alpatnya. There's a huge difference. So anything related to Bhagwan also is Chinmayi Swarupa. So that is the answer. Okay, now moving ahead. So what happened? Now this Sita Mata was wondering, how come this Mudrika has come here? Who brought it? How did it come here? With Maya, it cannot be made. And if you think that Bhagwan was defeated and this was brought, that is impossible. In this way, she was thinking. She was confused. Worrying also. And at that time, again if you find a devotee is in trouble, so then what should happen? Something should happen in order to clear the way of the devotee. So at that time what happened? Madhur bachana boleu Hanumana. When Sita Mata was totally confused as to what is this, looking at this Mudrika, at that time Hanumanji started chanting the name of the Lord in a very sweet voice. Madhura bachana boleu Hanumana. And when Sita Mata heard this voice, the sweet voice of Ramnam, Ramachandra guna baranai laga sunatahi Sita kar dukha bhaga. As she was listening to Ramnam, she started paying attention. And as she started paying attention, Hanumanji started narrating the entire story of Bhagwan Ramchandraji. The whole story he started narrating. And as she was listening to these stories, Sunatahi Sita kar dukha bhaga, all the sorrows vanished. Lagi sune Shravan manalai, she started listening attentively, paying full attention. Adihute sab katha sunai, and Hanumanji started narrating the story from the beginning till Sita Apaharan, till Sita was kidnapped. All those story he started narrating, and as Sita Mata started listening, all her sorrows vanished. So here also you will find, if you want peace of mind, what is the best thing? The best thing is glorify Bhagwan. Listen to the purifying glories of Bhagwan. Listen to the katha of Bhagwan. These are all the lessons which we have to. So if somebody is distressed, the best way is this kind of satsang, this kind of katha shravan. You will find that the mind is cheerful. Why is it that after satsang, mind becomes refreshed, happy, cheerful? After satsang, what happens to the mind? It becomes peaceful or not? Why does it become peaceful? What happens is, the logic is very simple. When satsang is not there, all negative thoughts are going in the mind. In the satsang, helplessly you are thinking good. When helplessly you are thinking good, what happens? Law is very simple. As your thoughts, so will be the state of your mind. It's a law. As your thoughts, so will be the state of your mind. Your mental state depends on what kind of thoughts you entertain. If your thoughts are negative, you will be disturbed. If your thoughts are positive, you will feel peace. You will feel happiness. So what should be done? Method is very simple. This is a 5-point technique. Observe, detect, eliminate, substitute, strengthen. Observe the mind. Detect the negativities of the mind. Eliminate these negativities. Substitute with positive thinking. Strengthen the positive thinking. Bas. Then you will find the mind has become cheerful, happy. This is what we have to do. And this is what exactly Hanumanji does. Sita Mata is in terrible distress. Hanumanji started narrating the story of Rama. And as the story was narrated, as you listen, what happens? You start imagining those scenes. And as you imagine the scenes, what is happening? All the negative thoughts are replaced by good, positive, cheerful thoughts. And then in moments' notice, all the sorrows were gone. And moreover, Hanumanji was chanting it in a very sweet voice. How could he chant in sweet voice? Remember, only when your heart is filled with devotion, your voice will have sweetness. Mechanically, when you chant, it will be harsh. So, if you want to make your voice sweet, what should be done? Heart should be filled with devotion for God. Greater the devotion, greater will be the sweetness in your singing. Shravanamrita jehi katha suhai kahi so pragat hote kin bhai. When she started listening to this beautiful, melodious, soothing, devotional song about Lord, so she started looking, where is this voice coming from? She started looking everywhere. She did not find anyone, but the voice is heard. So then she requested, whoever is singing in these nectarian words, Shravana Amrita it is nectar to the ears. Whoever is singing, oh bhai, why don't you come in front of me? Please, I want to see you, who you are. It's my humble request, I want to see you. Please come in front of me. Tab Hanumant nikat chali gayo. And then what did Hanuman do? He just came down. He went near her. Firi baiti mana bisamaya bhayo. And now Sita ji is seeing. What is she seeing? Here is a monkey coming, walking. Now she was scared. Vismay also. A fearful surprise. What she was expecting is a human being. Because the voice was human voice. But the form is a monkey form. And that too a small one. And when she saw this monkey coming towards her, immediately she turned her back. Thinking that this is another trick of Ravana only. Her mind is full of Ravana only. That the fear is against Ravana. So because he is a Mayavi, he can do anything. So as the monkey was coming nearer, she immediately turned her face and sat. Thinking that who is this fellow? What I heard was a human voice, but the form is a monkey form. Maybe this is another trick of Ravana to come near me. This, that, etc. She was thinking, immediately turned her face. Ramadut, and now Hanumanji thought, I must introduce. Seeing this, Sitaji turning her face, turning her back against him, Hanumanji said, Ramadut mein Matu Janaki, O Matu, O mother. So Hanumanji is calling Sita as mother. Oh mother, I am Ramaduta, I am the messenger of Rama. Satya Sapat Karunani Dhanaki. Oh mother, I swear in the name of Bhagwan, who is the abode of compassion. Out of compassion, he has sent me to you. Out of compassion, he has chosen me to send this message to you. That abode of compassion, that Bhagwan has sent me. Yah mudrika matu mein ani, deen hi ram tuma kahi sahidani. Oh mother, this mudrika actually I only have dropped. I have brought this mudrika. And why did you bring? I brought it in order to win your trust, so that you will recognize me as Rama's messenger. Otherwise, there is no other proof in which I can prove it to you that I am the messenger of Bhagwan Sri Ramchandraji. So that I can win your trust, so that you can recognize me as the messenger of Bhagwan, I have brought this mudrika. But Sita had heard on doubt. Nara bana rahi sang kahu kaise, kahi katha vai sangati jaise. Now Sita ji asked, how is it that Bhagwan is a human being and you are a monkey? How did this union take place? How did you become friendly with Bhagwan, who is a human? Human and monkeys cannot be friendly. How did this happen? Then Hanumanji started narrating the remaining part. Earlier he had sung up to from the beginning till Sita's Apaharana, kidnapping of Sita. There the Bhagwan's coming in contact with monkeys had not come. So that is why this doubt had arisen in Sita Mata's mind. Now Sitaji's question is, how did this union take place between monkey and human being? So then he started narrating the remaining story. So what is the remaining story? So this Rama Lakshmana, they were coming in search of Sita. Then Hanumanji introduces himself to them. Then Hanumanji takes them to Sugriva. Then Sugriva shows that cloth wrapping the ornaments. So that Sita also remembers. Because it is said that in the Pushpaka Vimana, as Ravana was carrying off Sita, she saw these monkeys below. It is said that there were 5 monkeys. One was Sugriva. She did not know. So seeing these monkeys, she removed her ornament that is there in Valmiki Ramayana and put wrapped up in her cloth and then threw it. And these monkeys there, they get it. The very same ornaments and the cloth, they show it to Ramchandraji. This was the story. So then she also understands, yes, because she knows, she has seen those monkeys there. So whatever this monkey is telling, it is true. Kapike Bachan. So Hanumanji explained all the stories, still sitting on that tree, everything crossing the, all the monkeys coming in search of Sita Mata and he's crossing the ocean. Everything he told. Kapike Bachan Saprema Suni Upaja Mana Viswas. When Hanumanji was narrating the entire story, he was narrating with lot of love. He was narrating with lot of feelings. Even the listening to those words itself, Sita Mata understood he is a genuine servant of Bhagwan. He is a genuine bhakta. Upaja Mana Vishwas. Jana man krama vachana yah kripa sindhu kardas. By mana krama vachana, thought, word and deed, Sita Mata understood that this Hanumanji is a true bhakta, a true sevaka of Bhagwan Sri Ramchandraji. Then what happened? Harijan Jani Preeti Adigadi Sajala Nayana Pulakavali Badi. When she came to know that this Hanumanji is a true devotee of Bhagwan, her heart was filled with love for Hanumanji. And then her eyes were filled with tears. Her hair stood on end, horripilation all over the body. And then she spoke these words. What did she say? Budat birah jaladi Hanumana bhayahu tatmo kahu jalajana. O Hanuman, O Tat, O dear one, you came at the right time. Actually, I was drowning in the ocean of suffering, ocean of the pain of separation. At that time, you have come like a ship in order to save me. I was literally drowning, going to die in this ocean of pain of separation. At that time, you have come as a ship. Then, Ab kahu kusal jaun balihari anuja sahita sukha bhavan kharari. Now please tell me, you have met Bhagwan. Please tell me, Now see the term used, Anuja Sahit Sukha Bhavan Kharari. Hanumanji, please tell me, how is Lakshmana along with Rama? So who comes first? Anuja Sahit. How is Anuja Sahit Bhagavan? So who comes first? Lakshmana. She takes Lakshmana's name first. Why? That guilt feeling is there. She has spoken harsh words against Lakshmana. In fact, in Tulsi Ramayana, nothing is there. In Valmiki Ramayana, it is terrible. The kind of harsh words she used against Lakshmana. So when Bhagavan had gone to kill Maricha was shot. And how did Maricha die? Shouting, "Hey Sita, hey Lakshmana." This way he died. So hearing this, Sita asked Lakshmana to go. Something has happened to Bhagavan, so you must go. Lakshmana said, "No, nothing will happen to Bhagavan." At that time, Sita Mata uses very third-rate words. She says that, "You are interested in me, that is why you are not going," etc., etc. Lakshmana just could not bear those words, and then he goes. So those harsh words were spoken by Sita Mata. In fact, Lakshmanji's heart was so pure, that in Valmiki Ramayana it is said that when Sugriva shows those ornaments to Bhagavan Ramchandraji shows these ornaments to Lakshmana. Lakshmana, can you recognize these ornaments? And it is said in Valmiki Ramayana that Lakshmana says, "Oh Bhagavan, I can recognize only these anklets which are worn on the feet. The other, this kundala earring and all, I cannot recognize because I have never paid attention there. My eyes never went there. Yes, these anklets I can recognize because every day I prostrate to her." That was the kind of purity which Lakshmana had. He used to consider Sita as his mother. See, Bhagavan, Ram and Lakshmana, they are the role models. They should be the role models for the generation, and that's how our culture has been. So then, these piercing words which Sita Mata had told against Lakshmana, it was there. So therefore, you see, each and every word in Tulsi Ramayana, it is in a place, it is in the proper place. Anuj Sahit. How are they, Hanumanji? How are they, Lakshmana and Bhagavan? Are they fine? Komal chit kripal raghurai kapike hi hetu dhari nuthurai. Oh Hanumanji, I don't understand. Bhagavan's heart is so komal, so soft, so tender. He is an ocean of compassion, but I don't know why. In my case, he has become so hard, so harsh. It appears as though he is not bothered about me. Sahajabani sevak sukhadayaka. The nature of Bhagavan is that he is sevaka sukhadayaka. He gives peace and happiness to his sevakas. But in my case, it appears that he has become harsh towards me. Kabahu ka surati karat raghunayak. Hanumanji, does Bhagavan remember me? Does he miss me? Does he remember me? Kabahu nayan mama sitalatata hoihi nirakhe syama mridugata. My eyes are burning. Not seeing Bhagavan's form, my eyes are burning. When will these eyes gain the coolness? By the vision of Bhagavan. Bachanun av nayan bhare bhari ahah nath ho nipat bisari. And as she was saying these words, she was choked with emotion and she was not able to utter any word. Saying, and then she said, I think Bhagavan has totally forgotten me. Because it was 10 months. So this way, she was extremely in distress. And when Hanumanji saw her condition, even he could not, bear it. And then Hanumanji spoke these words. What did he say? Matu kusalu prabhu anuja sameta tava dukha dukhi sukrupa niketa. Oh mother, they are all fine. You are asking about them, they are all fine. But Bhagavan is extremely sorrowful, thinking of your sorrow. Jini janani manahu jiya una tumte prem ramate duna. And you are asking about his love towards you? Mother, to be frank, his love for you is twice that of your love for him. Don't think that he doesn't have any love for you. Don't think that he is very cruel to you. No, no, no. Really speaking, his love is double that of yours. रघुपति कर संदेश अब सुनु जननी धीरे धीर अस कही कपि गद गद भयु भरे विलोचन नीर. Oh mother, now gather courage and listen to the message which has been sent by Bhagwan towards you. Now let me give the message which he has given. And as he was telling, Hanumanji also was choked with emotion, looking at the love which each other they had. Rama's love for Sita and Sita's love for Rama. When he thought about it, he also became emotional. Hanumanji had seen Bhagwan's love for Sita, so when those ornaments were shown, it is said that Bhagwan hugged those ornaments and he became, he wept like a child. So all those things Hanumanji had seen. So then now Hanumanji is giving the message. So what is the message? Kahehu Ram Biyog Tava Sita Mo Kahu Sakal Bhaye Viparita. O Sita, because of your separation, because of your separation, what has happened? Everything has become viparita, opposite. Navataru kisalaya manahu krasano. This new tender leaves, it appears like fire for me. Kala nisasama nisisasi bhanu. Night appears like night of death. The cooling moon appears like scorching sun. Everything which is supposed to give peace and happiness, it is giving me pain alone. Now these are all the words of Ramchandraji. Kubalaya bipina kuntabana sarisa. In the night, this lily, it blossoms because of the moonlight. But that lily, those soft flowers, I am not seeing flowers there, I am only seeing spears, sharp weapons. And then, Barida tapata tel janubarisa. When the rain comes, I am not seeing water there, I am only seeing boiling oil. Jehit rehe karatate pira uraga swasa samatribad samira. Those things which are supposed to give happiness, the very same things are seen to give only suffering. This cool breeze, this cool fragrant breeze, I am not feeling it as breeze. Then I am feeling it as the hot, poisonous breath of the snakes. This is what I feel. Kahu te kachu dukh ghati hoi, kahi kaho yah jaan na koi. O Sita, when we share the sorrows with others, this sorrow becomes less. When we share happiness, happiness doubles. When we share sorrow, it is said, sorrow becomes less. But O Sita, with whom can I share this sorrow of mine? This sorrow is known only to my mind. Nobody else knows the amount of sorrow which I am having. Only one thing knows. What is it? My mind alone knows this sorrow. So manu sada rahat tohi pahi janu preeti rasu etane hi mahi. This mind of mine, it is always thinking about you. Now I cannot further explain how much I have love for you. Words cannot explain. Prabhu Sandesh Sunat Baidehi Magana Prematana Sudinehite. And as Sita Mata was listening to these words of Bhagwan, for some time she was immersed in the love for Bhagwan, and for some time she became devoid of body consciousness. Kah kapi hridaya dheer dharu mata sumiru ram sevak sukhadata ura anahu raghupati prabhutai suni mama bachana tajav kadrai. And then Hanumanji told Sita Mata, O Mate, please give up this, this sorrow, this weak-heartedness. Give this up. have patience, have patience. निसिचर निकर पतंग सम रघुपति बाण कृसान जननी हृदय धीर धरो जरे निसाचर बाण. Oh mother, understand that this Raghupati is Bhagavan's bana, the arrow is like fire, and all these nisacharas, all these rakshasas, they are like mere moth, little insects. So, oh mother, gather courage. In this, what you call, in this fire of Bhagavan's arrow, all these rakshasas are going to die. So therefore, gather courage, don't lose heart, have patience, have patience. Right, so let us stop it here. Interesting conversations are going to come now, that we will see tomorrow. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo